Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. IronRealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
IRONWORX is so beautiful, I could eat it. You know, sometimes people come up to me, they say, "Hey, Chris." And I say, "What?" Well, what would you say? They say, "Hey, Chris." I say, "What?" They say, "How do you start your mornings?" I tell them, I say, you know, the boys over at IRONWORX, Josh, Walt, and Zack, or Good Times for All if you prefer. You know, if you need more iron in your diet, check them out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, early in the morning, 5 to 7. It's nothing, get up, do it, it's good for you.
Good morning, we talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning, it's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. Wake up. Good morning, I'm here.
Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard,
Not to worry. I have a permit. This just says I can do what I want.
And TGIW. Happy Wednesday, everybody, where we do what we want here on the IRONWORX. I'm actually feeling okay this morning. I didn't wake up terribly early. I didn't oversleep. I mean, I woke up early, of course, but not terribly early. So I'm happy with that.
It's always a good thing.
Always a good thing. Good morning, gentlemen. How in the hell are you guys doing?
45 degrees. Can't complain.
Hell no,
yeah, that's almost where I'm at. I'm about 10 off going the other way, but yeah, we're heading back down. We had a nice warm couple days. Well, yeah, I guess. Yesterday was like, what are we doing? I know it's really not going to do this to us again, and sure enough, it hit 70. So, but it's headed back down to almost the 30s again this weekend. So, the Louisiana winter roller coaster.
Yeah, we're.
But it's a wet. It's a wet.
Oh.
A wet cold wait. I can't even talk. It is raining. That's what I was trying to get to. It is a wet cold. Today we have a little rain. Not terribly much, just enough to aggravate. Make it hard to feed the cats and stuff last night, but it should end today. So anyway.
Oh, man. Yeah, sorry about Monday.
Oh, it's all good, man. You know we got you.
Dude, yesterday I slept. I woke up at the time I'm usually at the job site. It was crazy.
That's
still got everything there set up on time though. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Especially since it's like over a half hour away.
All right, my new headphones suck.
Uh-oh.
It just
What
sounds
kind
like,
you got?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah. I just wondered if you had something.
They weren't like necessary. I don't think they're like cheap Chinese brand where they Chinese like to form companies where they just put a bunch of English letters together.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll sell you all sorts of shit. Like, here's a dish drain for your sink, and here's some headphones. You know, they sell all sorts of shit. I mean, it was off Amazon. They were decent headphones. The sound is just not there. Half tempted to throw my other ones on. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Maybe I just need to get high. When in doubt, smoke it out.
Oh, Brad, sorry. Trying to wake up.
That's what happens when you get enough sleep.
I know, I laid down early too.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Wednesdays.
Sorry, I'm just looking through articles.
That's all right. It's that kind of show, apparently.
That's what we do.
You know, I was playing around on the editor over the weekend, like I think I mentioned on Monday. And I don't know, did I even discuss this? It feels like I did, but it also feels like I
We
did.
started talking about Audacity and some things, and then we kind of maybe spun out a different direction with it. I know we talked about it, but you may not have gotten to the point of what you actually were doing.
I think you're right, because I was transcribing. Premiere Pro will put up the transcripts, right? And it just throws it right up along in the next panel over so you can read along, and it's got that really badass text-based editing, so you can actually go through, delete the word in the transcripts, and it'll delete that segment of the video. And it's got this really cool where you can, detect filler words. So when you say, it'll just recognize that as a filler word, and you can delete that shit right out. It'll even delete silences, pauses, long pauses. You can adjust the length of the pause that it'll detect. So I went through and I checked. Delete pauses. Our 2-hour show went down to an hour and 20 minutes. I thought, oh boy, that's disgusting. I don't even want to see what. And the filler word was like 3. That's like 3 minutes deleting all the filler words out of a 2-hour show, but about 40 minutes worth of silence. So deepest apologies to everybody there in chat and everybody who listens after the fact that listens through 40 minutes of silence during the show, every show, at least at least. Although if Nuka's here, maybe that cuts down, and if Andrew B's here, maybe that cuts down a little bit too. And the list goes on and on. So maybe there are one or two shows where there's not very much long pauses that would need to be cut. That said, I might just start doing an abridged version and uploading it somewhere else. What were you saying, Walter?
What I'd like you to do, though, what I'd like you to do before you do that is to perhaps take either a very old show,
yeah,
like first year, and do that right away to see how it compares, or do someone else's, like grab a Rico or grab a whoever, grab a Ian. I see Ian there. I mean, anybody that's doing anything, you know, grab somebody's little hour and a half or whatever they do and see, compare it, see how bad it really is. Because I found when I would do commercials at the radio stations, we had a way of, like, we would do our copy and then we would, or read the copy into the mic, record it, and you pull up the waveform and you literally go through yourself before all the AI and stuff, and you start looking for what you become pretty adept at seeing as breaths or extended pauses. And dude, in a 90-minute commercial, sometimes there would be like, I would have to take out so many like breaths and pauses that it would suddenly go down to, you know, a minute, and I'd have to figure out how to like speak slower, or because usually you're trying to hurry up, especially if it's a car commercial and it's that end tag thing. Inspect price to do it. That's it. So yeah, it's. I think it's just really a lot of it might just be human speech patterns. But I know, yeah, we do play Dare way too often with the silences here playing chicken on Iron Realm. So our apologies, truly. But yeah, I wouldn't jump the gun and go too nuts on how bad we might be. Although we probably are, and we suck a lot. We're sorry for sucking a lot.
We could do the Karen B thing. We could just like run some really cool music in the background real low. So we talk over it all the time, but just in case it gets a little quiet, you'll always hear some something.
Interesting.
Of course, I'd fuck it up.
Well, it's just,
play too loud or something.
Can sometimes, right, sometimes that gets annoying. Sometimes it can be sleep inducing depending on the tune. Of course, I guess the pauses could be too.
No, that's the that's the accompaniment to the subliminal messaging that I put out there. That says I induce you into a trance, and I take you in and bring you out a little bit and take you a little deeper and bring you out a little bit and then take you a little deeper. That's the whole point of all the long dramatic pauses. It's all part of a trance induction, you see. Little revelation of the method.
We could listen to Iron Realm Media in a nanosecond, but we've lost the technology. And it's a hard process to rebuild truth frequency radio. And it's too bad, because Iron Realm Media is a wonderful program.
We don't need no TFR.
Yeah, well.
Actually, I'd kind of like to have some of those old shows, especially the ones that's got my mom on them. That'd be real cool.
Right?
Because I don't think I have those on locally.
Yeah, I don't think I got them out either. That era. I don't even know what era I got. I know I have some on this 2 terabyte thing that I need to get plugged back in. Even though I told you guys to do it the other day on one of those articles, I still don't do it as much as I need to. Or you know what? That actually might be the one that crashed already that I'm looking at over there. That's why it's not plugged in. Anyway. Well, you know, you would think if one had, hundreds of hours of content, not just from a bunch of 40-minute silent assholes, but from people who actually put out a exciting, energetic show sometimes back in the day. You would think with all that content somewhere in a server or in a memory bank or wherever the fuck all that shit was being kept, you would go, this stuff's awesome. We have some great content that got created here over the years. Why don't we archive it so people can get to it, even if I'm stupid enough to let my station die? You would think that. But I guess if you're stupid enough to let your station die in the first place, then here we are. But, it is a struggle. I forget that it's a struggle.
It's a struggle. Yeah, Bill, I've considered it. I've considered reaching out to Chris to see if he might still have that. Like maybe he's got them backed up somewhere.
That's what I'm hoping.
Trouble is, I don't know.
What? I'm sorry, I was laughing at
ahead,
Underground's download number 2. Go ahead, Judd.
I thought Zach was going to say something.
Well, I guess we're all. Maybe this is why we have orders.
Right? Prolonged silence is waiting for everybody else to talk.
Everybody, go ahead and talk.
NASA's delaying the launch of the Artemis 2.
I know, man. I know. I was so shocked to put that story in there. Of course, it's only till March. It's not like next year or 2 years or so. Only a little bit of time this time. I guess they're gonna keep us on the edge of our seat by doing it every other month now. Oh, well, there's an O-ring problem. Those famous O-rings. Oh, shit, this fuel. Is this unleaded? God damn it. That kind of thing.
Oh, jeez.
Got some expired blinker fluid.
It should have a short shelf life.
So an astrophysicist is openly challenging Elon Musk.
To what, a thumb wrestle?
Yeah. It says even after a nuclear apocalypse, Earth would still be a paradise compared to Mars. Yeah, the whole ability to breathe and, water, stuff like that. There's really not too much you can do to Earth to make it worse than Mars.
Turns out even post-apocalyptic Arizona is better than living in the bottom of the ocean.
You talking about Slab City?
I'm talking about, well, basically anywhere. Anywhere that's post-apocalyptic. Arizona was just a random grab bag from my brain. It's completely irrelevant. Anywhere where you can live is still better than anywhere else where you can't. I think some of those conditionals are irrelevant. Well, Earth on a Wednesday, it would be like a paradise compared to Mars. Yup. Anywhere where I can live is going to be a paradise to all the places where I would die instantly. Even after a war, still be better.
Leave it up to an astrophysicist. Man.
And then just as a quick heads up, it's almost 420. Smoke them if you got them. What are you chuckling about over there? Chuckles.
Long pause.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Interview.
And then just as a quick heads up, it's almost 420.
You better turn that silly shit off.
Andy B.
Well, I was just trying to make sure that there wasn't too much dead silence as I continue. Yeah, it's just a joke. But anyways, yeah, speaking of Mars, there's much another nonsense. Space lettuce. And This is how we know we're doomed. NASA's Perseverance Mars rover completes its first drive planned by AI. The fundamental elements of generative AI are showing a lot of promise in streamlining the pillars of autonomous navigation for off-planet driving. It's just all CGI. But NASA's Perseverance rover completed its first ever drive, fully planned by artificial intelligence, the space agency announced. The demonstration carried out on December 8th and December 10th of 2025 showed that a generative AI could safely plan rover routes across Mars' rugged terrain without manual input.
I heard they still hit a little girl.
There's a rock. What do I do? Yeah, I don't know how this is even.
Like, isn't this like, how is this exciting? Wasn't this in the 90s basic computer class stuff? Right? You go up 4, over 2, up 3, over to the left 7, and then continue straight on for 4 miles. Like, how hard can that shit be? It takes advanced AI to write a program to go forward?
Yeah, it's like and they're saying that, yes, but now, well, I think they say it takes like 10 minutes for a signal to reach Mars or something, or some stupid shit like that. But either way, they have Tesla cars, which I still don't trust these things. I told my parents I am not comfortable with them buying a Tesla, but they're like, well, yeah, but we're getting older. You know, they're in their mid-70s right now, so.
But it's our money and you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, basically, that's what they kind of said. They sold both their other cars, and now they just have that one car and a big ass truck for hauling trailers and stuff. But then I actually got in the car, and the way it worked is where someone has to be sitting in the passenger seat, and there's a camera looking at the person's eyes and their body movements. And if it goes like, I forget how long they said it. It's like more than like 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. Then it will give a warning saying it will stop until someone actually takes control of the wheel.
So it can see through your sunglasses?
That's a good point, because both my mom and dad wear glasses. I don't know how it works exactly. It's kind of creepy.
Maybe it just thinks you're really wide awake.
And if Elon Musk, well, he's not really doing shit. He just hires a bunch of people. Sort of like saying, oh, Henry Ford actually invented the V8. No, he didn't. He just fucking hired a bunch of people. That's how it came about. But, yeah, if they're doing that with cars here that people can buy commercially, then they're like, oh, NASA just figured out how to do something. It's like, get the fuck out of here. They've been doing autonomous cars for a long time. But Mars rocket terrain, automating a labor-intensive decision-making process, typically performed by human planners on Earth. So basically, they're just trying. Actually, I'm on board with this now. Yeah, all right, shut down NASA. Fuck them. And I am still gonna try to run for president in 2028. I just don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it in the process. But I am gonna run solely on the principle of dismantling NASA. And if I happen to win, then I will resign, and I'm going to have Chris Crum already said he'd be my vice president, and I'm just going to hand it off to him and let him do whatever the fuck he wants. And then fucking, yep.
I don't know. It just sounds like dirt. Like if you were to go into a place that makes cakes and breads and muffins and things like that, and look down on the floor, you know what you would find?
Cookie dough?
Baker crumb.
Wow.
See how that worked?
Okay. That was clever. Okay. But he would have to use his real name, though. He hasn't tried to hide it, but it's just, Crumb is just like his alias. But
you could just claim to be a dual citizenship. I think there's like a whole economy of brokering new identities out there in DC. I don't think it'd be that big of a deal. I think as long as you like kill a young girl on a bridge late at night, I think you're good. You can just be like, oh, I need a new name. I need to be somebody else now. Like, okay, that'd be cool.
all right. So the news of the town as of late happens to be all this Epstein file stuff. For me personally, I don't really care. Everyone seems to be getting all high hopes that like something major is going to happen and people are going to be arrested and we're going to be tarring and feathering people and dragging them through the town. And then like the revolution will start to begin. But I don't think not a damn thing is going to happen.
I'll be real curious what Bill and Hillary have to say.
All they have to do is say, no, that's fake. That was input. And then they can blame it on AI.
Maybe. I think they've got a pretty poor reputation, given Russiagate and the whole Steele dossier and all that shit that they tried so hard to make up and push out there as fact, regardless of the fact that it never happened and it was all made up. I think it'd require a little bit more. I think they're going to be a bit more under the microscope. I'm just, like I said, real curious. Maybe they just throw fucking everybody to the bus. Maybe they just pull the pin. Be like, all right, fuck it. You're not going to hold us in contempt of Congress or depose us. We'll bring the whole fucking thing down. Clinton Foundation, go!
That would be interesting. People that are basically on their deathbed and they're like, you know what? I'm just going to burn the whole system down, like you just said. And here's everything. And what are they going to do? Like, deathbed confessions? But I don't know how much of those I totally believe. But I've heard some people say some deathbed confessions that's like, whoa, that's way out there. They're like, yeah, I don't really care. I'm telling the news, and I've only got a couple of weeks. I'm in hospice right now.
Yeah, what are they going to do to me?
But yeah.
Yeah, some of the emails that have come out are insane. Like,
yeah, I've been listening to it in the background just because I'm a little bit curious about what people are actually trying to like diagnose or figure out from all of it. But
I know Bill Gates is being dragged bad. Some of the emails that are coming up with his name in it.
Oh, the Bushes, the Clintons, yeah, the
Asking
Gates.
for antibiotics that he can give to his wife that she won't know about because you got some STD from a Russian hooker or something like that. Something crazy. Somebody was reading those emails. But then again, who knows if any of this shit is real?
Yeah, the reason I don't really trust it is because they've had years to put this information out. And I forget where I listened to it. Someone was saying that they just released another 3 million pages of emails and transcripts and stuff like that. And like 3 million? I mean, that would take, 50 like forensic investigators years to go through. So it's just, yeah. Even if you do like keyword searches, like Josh, you were just saying, when, yeah, that kind of thing, which I try not to do, but I think it's very difficult for people not to, unless you're making an actual using an active approach in regards to doing a public speech, and you're concentrating on not using that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, especially if you have something written out that you've rehearsed a few times and whatnot, you're most likely not going to throw in as many ahs and ums. And
I think when you have a preformed thought as well, at least for me, all my ums and ahs and filler words typically come from because I'm trying to think whilst I speak.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something I've already given thought and have a preformed thought, I need only to then recall that and speak, as opposed to create the thought as it happens. That's generally why I have to use filler words. Generally why I have the silences to begin with. I prefer...
Silences can actually be very beneficial in some cases because you might be making a certain type of a statement where you're trying to address the audience, and it's sort of like an elaborative type of a thing where people are going to be like, "Whoa, are you kidding?" That kind of thing.
It works for rhetoric.
And,
it is definitely a tool for rhetoric, but it's also, I think, just good habit. I think stopping to think about what you say will benefit you in everything you do. There's very, very few circumstances where you just saying the first thing that comes to your mind is a good idea. Sometimes, but not often.
there's one guy that is he's a real guy, and he in order to
I'm a real boy.
Creative. Pinocchio, Geppetto. Well, Frank Abagnale, and he got arrested by the FBI in that movie Catch Me If You Can, and he currently works for the FBI, and he went to a Google, like a TED Talk or something like that, but it was for Google, and that dude is very well spoken. He's got this interview he does, and he tells you all, like, the entire thing of, he's like, oh yeah, I knew what I was doing was highly illegal.
I heard it was a con.
No, it's a real thing.
The only con that the con man Frank Abagnale pulled was convincing people that he was a very good con man, and made up all these stories about the way that he conned all these people. That none of it was ever actually true, and that whole story from what was that Catch Me If You Can was completely made up. That he was never that good of a con man, and the real con was convincing people that he was.
Oh, okay. And possibly.
He did do
but he has a police
counterfeiting,
record.
right? Was he a counterfeiter in real life?
I don't know.
Apparently, yes. That was like his big thing. And that's where he got... He served federal prison time. And then after that, he got hired by the FBI to come and find and work in the counterfeiting. Because he was so good at doing it. He was able to use watermarks, and like banks couldn't tell the difference between his checks that were fraudulent and other ones. I don't know. Maybe it was fake. That could be. Yeah, it's like what do they call that? What's it called? Can't remember the name of it now. It's the double switcheroo kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh double shuffle is what they call that.
Pittsburgh double shuffle.
Oh, there's that movie.
Yeah.
Lucky Number 11. Yeah, when Bruce Willis is talking about. Oh, the Kentucky. Wait, is it called the Kentucky? Something?
No, I forget.
Fuck, it's right at the beginning of the movie. He's like you look this way, you look the other way, and all of a sudden he breaks the guy's. What's that?
St. Louis shuffle, maybe.
I'd have to.
I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's right either.
It's gonna bug me until But again, that's one of those lost gems of movies that if people have never seen Lucky Number 11, that is a phenomenally good movie.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, then I expect by Friday morning you'll be able to come into this chat and tell us exactly the name of the city, because you should definitely go watch it if you've not seen it.
Was it a Kansas City Shuffle?
Yeah, that might be it.
That sounds vaguely right, but I'm still not sure it was Kansas.
All right, now, this is what pisses me off about myself, is that when I have something on the tip of my tongue, and I can't figure it out. It just bugs me. Kansas City. Oh, there's an actual movie called Kansas City Shuffle, so that might be it.
You know what a great movie is about? Like heist or whatever, or con men? The Sting.
The what?
Robert Redford and Paul Newman, The Sting.
I watched that about 2 months ago, I guess, 3 months ago. I don't know. Sometime at the end of the year, it was on one of the streamers. I was like, man, I haven't seen this in forever. Of course, it was a little tough to watch because that was one of Mom's favorite movies.
Yeah.
And probably the last time I watched it was sitting there watching it with her. So, but yeah, it was great. You're right. Really phenomenal.
I was correct. A Kansas City Shuffle is a complex confidence game or tactic of extreme misdirection where a victim, or mark, is tricked into believing they have figured out the deception, causing them to take actions that accidentally seal their own downfall. And it's popularized in the film Lucky Number 11. It is defined by the phrase, when everyone looks right, you go left. Yeah, I got it.
Take that, gazebo.
Yeah, I don't want to be like a whole like Hollywood kind of thing because I am literally falling asleep. I wasn't even sure if I was going to join in, but I'm not sure if people are aware that Bruce Willis has recently retired from Hollywood because he admitted that he's been dementia.
Or dementia, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was something
He
like
said,
that.
yeah, his mental capacity is dwindling.
That's why Robin Williams took his life. He got diagnosed with that Lewy body dementia. Did a little bit of research on what Lewy body dementia was, and that was it.
I don't even know what that is. But there's
It's just
another
one of
guy
the flavors of dementia.
that looks exactly like Robin Williams. He just has darker skin. And he has a very similar, like the same height, shoulder stature. And some people have been telling me that's Robin Williams. There's like, and they said they would bet their life on it that is Robin Williams. He faked his death. Same voice pitch, same exact height, eyes, ears, everything is pretty much the same. The only difference is he just has darker skin.
He's just like the worst actor ever. Like he just can't figure out how to pretend to be somebody else. I'll just use my same voice. I'll just use all the same things about me. I'm just going to darken my skin a little bit. That's how I fake my death.
Well, I saw a video of it. He's done a lot, but he's not. I don't this doctor from like.
And he thinks he's hiding. He pretended to die, and that's the role he took over. I'm not Robin Williams. I'm Robin Williamson. Totally different person. See, my skin's darker. I spent all that time and energy to fake my death, and this is the hiding in which I go to. I'm just going to darken my skin. I'm going to put on some suntan, what do they call that? Skin tanner, skin darkener, whatever the fuck they call that shit. I'm just going to darken up my skin. Nobody will be able to tell it's me. Like Christ, even Michael put in more effort. When he went on Larry King.
I don't even know why this just popped in my head. Who won the Super Bowl?
You did.
Which one?
The Super Bowl. It was like this past Sunday, wasn't it?
Was it?
I don't know.
Sounds like we're all winners.
The only reason that I know it's not is because Sunday during my online, I'm doing some guitar stuff online, trying to learn theory. And during that, people were, because he was saying next Sunday, we'll da-da-da-da-da, and everybody's like, no, I won't be here because it's Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm like, in the chat, I'm like, guys, don't you know guitar trumps sports ball every time? What's wrong with y'all? So, yeah, it's supposed to be next weekend. I'm pretty sure now. I may be wrong, and it was last weekend. That's why they were bitching in the chat, but pretty sure it's coming up still.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
not
that
even
was
that's
kind
not
of
even next Sunday. I don't think. I think that's 2 weeks is when our next lesson is. I have to go look. No, I don't know. We do so many interstitial things. It's hard to keep up. It could be next Sunday. Oh wait, I see that it's the 13th from Chilster in chat. So maybe that's when
well,
it
all three of
actually
you
is.
passed the litmus test, and I guess I did too.
Okay, glad we made it.
Yeah, and well, look out for this Friday. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, cool deal. Thank you. Where is my? I just put a story up. It's got me a little concerned, and I wanted to run by y'all. Maybe I didn't put it up. Maybe it was on my phone. I just was going to put it up. Yeah. Okay. So, and this is a left turn. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not really because we're kind of talking politics a little bit, which I hate. But when it's this close to home, it does start, just concerning me. So apparently, Jeff Landry is stuck up inside Trump's asshole. Is the headline here? Landry stuck up inside Trump's asshole. No, that's not
literally?
it. But no, it's not. I'm
Like a
being
medical
silly because
has to be.
yeah, it's like he. Anyway, stop, get down. Come on, you can't. Oh, come on, Cleo. She is wild this morning. I can't keep her off me or the keyboard. I'm sorry if I go away. Anyway, so this is about the fourth story I've seen where him and Landry is our governor here in Louisiana, and apparently he is buddies more beyond belief than with Trump. Because it seems like every president has their favorite state governor who does all their agenda shit for them. Back in the day, it was up in Oregon when I was there with that lady. I can't remember her name now, but she was stuck up in Obama's ass, doing everything he wanted her to do for the agenda. Well, now I've got it going on apparently in my state with this Landry nut job and Trump, because this is at least the second, possibly the third special thing he's done for Landry. Like the first one that I took notice of was him appointing him to be some kind of liaison or some kind of deal with the Greenland crap that he's trying to steal Greenland away. He's got Landry on top of that committee. Now he's just put Landry on as an advisory count. Advisory Council on Historic Preservation, blah, 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 blah. Louisiana's rich in history, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to do this historic saving it of it, preservation, da, da, da. Landry, or whatever, I just saw it. Damn it. Landry is a close ally of Trump. The president previously named him a special envoy to Greenland as he seeks greater control over the island territory, and he named Landry to his 10-member council of governors. I knew there was 3 things, so this is the third thing with this appointment. So if my state suddenly goes away, you guys know what happened, because I'm, when it's right here, it's a little disconcerting. So we'll see what happens. I guess it's fine if they want to keep the old houses fine, and if they want to steal Greenland, I guess that's whatever. I don't know what a 10 governor council is, but still, the fact that him and my governor are so buddy is really disconcerting. It's all in his name. What? Jeff Landry? That's his name. I don't understand. Chilster. Anyway, but yeah, fucking fuck. Fuckity fuck.
Well, with all these people you're saying that have their heads stuck up inside someone's ass, I think I need to become a proctologist, because
there's always need of that. Bend over and say is, always needed. Always needed.
Actually, that reminds me of that one scene in Hancock when, Will Smith is the superhero dude that's like a drunk, and he goes to prison voluntarily, and he's like, get out of the way, or I'm going to stick your head up his ass. And then he actually does it, and it's like, oh, shit. Anyways, if you guys haven't seen that movie, it's pretty good. Will Smith, Charlize Theron, and other people.
Seems like I did back in the day,
when
maybe
he
once.
leans into him. he's walking up to those guys after he says that, and he like leans in both close to both of them. He's like, "You fellas sure you want to ride this train?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay." And then you see the guy's head stuck up another guy's ass. It's like, whoa. And then the guy who's trying to help him, he's like, "I heard you stuck a man's head up another man's ass." He just kind of looked at him, shakes his head, "Yeah." "Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna circle back around to that one, okay?"
It's Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Jason, I like Jason Bateman quite a bit. He's Ozark. If people haven't seen Ozark, oh, it's a fucking.
Do you know what movie made his comeback? Do you remember?
Dirty Words or Bad Words?
No, I think this one came out first. He just had a really teeny tiny part. It was like a 2-minute skit. He played a lawyer. It's a movie called Smokin' Aces. Takes place in Las Vegas, where they're going. Ryan Reynolds is in it. Yeah, he's
Seen Smoking Aces. As soon as credits roll on Lucky Number 11, go watch Smoking Aces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've seen Smoking Aces multiple times. Oh yeah, and they made a part 2 of it too as well, but that one wasn't very good. Sometimes you just have to leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
How many fucking they're starting another Batman series? Seriously, come on. How many Batmans have there been?
I think we're on. This is the 4th one, I think.
At this point, I've just kind of accepted that and went on with my life. Because, I mean, even in the comic books, whenever there's a new artist or a new writer that comes on to a series like Batman that's been running for, 60 years, 70 years, come on, Cleo, stop eating on everything. She's biting the pins. She's biting my bottle. I don't know what her trip is this morning. Stop.
She wants your attention. That's what it is.
Well, but not chewing up all my stuff, Looney. Looney, stop. She's literally over my pen cup going from pen to pen to pen, chewing. You loony tick. You're so bad.
As soon as you watch
you
one
see the
kitty
tail,
video.
you see the tail flicking? That's what's going on. She's in I'm going to do some terrible shit mode. Huh? Flicky tail. Huh? Flicky tail. Yeah, Daddy knows that tail talk.
And they lay on your keyboard.
Oh, now it's really flicky. She's like, wait, bitch. Now you think I've been bad? Watch.
Yeah, that's where the hands are on the keyboard.
So bad.
That's why I'm going to lay on the keyboard.
Bad. So bad. Anyway, damn it. Totally lost my train of thought. Movie, something. What were we on? Yeah.
Smoking Aces.
Smoking Aces, but something right after that. Damn it.
Batman.
Smoking
Oh,
chocolate.
the Batman thing. Yeah, Batman. Every time they do a new artist or writer that takes over the series and kind of revamps things, it becomes a new Batman. It's just like when Frank Miller did the Dark Knight series. I mean, at that point, DC was way not selling a whole lot of books and way getting on the bottom of the thing, and Marvel was kicking their ass. This was way, way before movies. And suddenly Frank Miller wrote the definitive fucking Batman story. It's literally one of the greatest pieces of literature of the 20th century, period. And when that came out, it literally redefined the character, the approach, all of it. I mean, that's why when they did the Batman versus Superman, they stole that whole fight from the Dark Knight series where Batman kicks his ass. So yeah, it's a thing where they have to kind of revamp stuff. And I get they do that with movies really often, but with superhero movies and shit, I kind of, like I said, I just take it as a offshoot of how the comics were. Because definitely if you haven't been reading even one of your favorite comics that you used to keep up with and go back to it a year later, 2 years later, it's a totally different story, totally different group of people, totally different art style. It's a new Batman, so I can go with it. That being said, I haven't seen who it is, or is this tied into the James Gunn fuckiverse, or is that what we're doing?
Is that the one you're talking about, or is there a new one?
I think he's saying there's a new one, right?
That's what they announced. Yeah.
We've gone past Sparkly Batman, right?
Yeah.
Pattinson's no longer doing it. Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen a Batman movie in a while. The last time I...
Oh, well, then you may be wrong, and you just think it's new because it's Robert Pattinson. I don't know. I haven't seen anything
it's not him.
About
no. I've never liked
okay.
Patterson. My girlfriend kept trying to get me to watch, what's that one called? The vampire werewolf fucking movie.
Yeah, Sparkly Batman. I mean, Sparkly Vampire. Right, that's what I was being silly about. Okay, new Batman. New Batman, first Batman, Batman 2, Sebastian Stan, Two-Face, and Scarlett Johansson is a new villain. The new Batman.
All right, so.
Oh, apparently that dude from Reacher has met with him about the part as of August of last year. Clayface movie
He's a
is
little
supposed
big
to
be Batman, isn't he?
I would think that would be true.
He's
Yeah,
like
he's like
6'4" and 220. He's huge.
Oh, no, he's bigger. He's like 6'6", and he's like 290. Dude's fucking huge.
Hey, baby, you're about to go get put down if you don't stop.
Yeah, the interesting thing is I had never
And you're being about
seen
Stop
any
doing
Reacher
my
thing
stuff.
until Tom Cruise was playing Reacher, but I had read all the books, and
Oh, you
I was like, wait a second, Tom Cruise is like 5'10".
Yeah.
I'm bigger than him. And
Reacher's supposed to be huge.
yeah, he's supposed to be gigantic. Yeah, he was a major in the U.S. Army, and he was working as a military police and investigator and shit. So
I heard the
all
next
of a sudden they
season
come
they're
out-
just going to call it Round.
You don't do that. Okay.
Have you guys ever seen the Batman, like Pete Holmes? You guys know the comedian Pete Holmes?
Just think I know his
Yeah,
brother.
Well, I got it queued up if you want to watch it, but it won't give you a strike or anything. I'll guarantee you that. But it's where Pete Holmes, he starts firing everyone in the Justice League. Like,
Oh,
comes,
yeah,
you know,
that's
brings-
great. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the funniest one, well, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, they're all really fucking good. But he fires Aquaman. He even fires the Joker. I don't know if you guys want to watch it or not, but it just kind of lightens the mood a little bit. All right, there's that silence. Uh-oh. I'm taking control.
Yeah, mine was cat induced.
Mine was camel toe induced.
Cat.
Would you say camel toe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, it's Pistachio Camel Toe Wednesday, don't you know?
I do now.
Now you do.
Are you writing this down, Sherry? I saw you there earlier. There's plenty of passwords to go around this morning.
Every Wednesday should be Pistachio Camel Toe Wednesday.
Wow. I don't know what that was.
That was me just sharing my screen.
Oh, okay.
I got you. Go ahead.
Okay. Cool. It's not. It's like 5 minutes. No big deal. But it's fucking hilarious. So, this is where he fires Aquaman.
So, thank you for meeting with me.
It is no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Got your message? Surfed on a humpback whale. Came straight back here from Iceland.
Good. Listen, buddy, we're doing a little housekeeping here at the Justice League, and I don't know how to say this, but you're fired.
Wait, what'd you say to me?
What, do you got swimmers here? I know you're not familiar with the concept of fire because you live under the sea, but you could also say sickened, terminated. I think in Britain they say redundant.
Whoa. I bring the might of Atlantis to the Justice League.
And you're useful as long as we happen to be fighting General Zod next to a lake, or in Miami, or a lazy river at a water park. So you can go off and save the drowning polar bears, but you won't be here with us, water boy.
Whoa. Aquaman.
Sorry, I'm looking at water boy. Or should I call you the Puppy Boucher? New Orleans. You can do it!
I can do it. I can do a lot. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Sorry, Aquafina.
man. And you ask anybody on the Justice League, they'll tell you I am an invaluable member of this team.
Okay. All right, Kasani. Lay it on me. Tell me what you can do, Mountain Valley Spring.
Okay. I can communicate with every living creature living in our vast oceans.
Okay. Talks to fish. Got it.
Also,
I'm going to stop you right there, because I know your powers. It's talks to fish. The rest of the page is blank. For office use only.
I have sonar.
Yeah, for talking to fish.
I have super hearing.
So you can listen to fish?
I can breathe underwater.
Because that's where the fish you talk to are?
Night vision.
So you can find the fish. If you ever want a nighttime chinwag.
I can do a lot more than just talk to fish, okay? I can transport the entire Justice League by manipulating the waves of the ocean.
Oh, wow. You know what else can transport people on the ocean? A boat. Are you faster than a boat?
Yeah, I'm faster than a boat, like a slow boat. Way faster than a slow boat.
What about a normal to fast boat, like a medium salsa boat?
About the same.
We'll stick to boats.
You know what? I don't have to listen to this when I wield the mighty trident of Neptune. So?
That's your trident?
Yeah.
Trident? How many dents you see on that trident?
It's no dents at all, man. It's clean.
How many pokies?
Bunch.
A trident's supposed to be 3, dipshit.
There's 3. Look, 1. Another 1. 2. Also 2. The third one in the middle, bro.
That's a fucking spork, you idiot. You look like an underwater farmer who grows his own hemp. 4 out of 5 dentists agree. Your trident is inaccurate.
Listen, you insignificant mortal. The insults you've wielded today will never be forgotten. I swear it by the beard of Poseidon.
Sorry, man. I put up with that as long as I could, but as soon as you leaned this way, you wafted low tide all over me. Now it smells like a bait shop down by the bayou in August. You smell like a third date went really well.
Stop.
That's what you just did to me. But at least mine smells like cotton fresh mist.
Listen, I don't have to take this, all right? I have more power in my scaled dick than you do, my batted friend.
You have a scaled dick?
Everybody knew that.
That sounds like something I would say to you to make fun of you, but you're just offering it up. You know what? Let me speak this in a way you can understand.
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you could speak, sea creature. That was eat my whole ass in dolphin.
You know what? I quit.
You look like the pool boy in a porno. If you're so helpful to sea creatures, where were you in the documentary The Cove? Haunting!
All right. Just a little bit of brevity for the evening or morning, I suppose.
And don't
Yeah,
worry, we'll
whoever
cut
does
that
that
out
is
later so
hilarious.
you all can watch the rest of the show.
No. Anyways, yeah. But in regards to movies, I just found out like Marvel has been shitting their pants lately in regards to quality movies. And the new Doctor Doom movie is going to be coming out, which I'm not sure if you guys have been watching any of the trailers to it, but I think that's going to be their biggest movie yet because of, well, you'll see. You just have to watch the trailers to it. But it's not coming out till December.
Is it going to be part of the Fantastic Four series? Are they going to be in it?
It's going to be everybody in Marvel. It's going to be the X-Men, Fantastic Four, the Avengers, Deadpool and Wolverine, and like everybody is in it.
I think they should have got a different Doom. I mean, he did great as Iron Man, but dude, everybody knows you as Iron Man. Now you're going to become the villain?
No, Doctor Doom, Iron Man became Doctor Doom.
I don't think
No,
that's
he
right.
didn't.
That's according to what the trailers are saying.
Well,
Yeah.
the trailers are fucking making shit up. Doctor Doom was Victor Von Doom.
No, Victor Von Doom went on to host a PBS children's show, whereupon he would take you to imaginary places and teach you how to respectfully interact with your peers.
All right, I have to jump in with some nerdness. So technically, there's all this else world and alternate universe timeline shit that they do, again, kind of back to that whole different artists and different storyline thing. So definitely in the comics, there were some what if storylines where, in fact, I think that is maybe the only one I can remember happening back in and this would have been late 80s, early 90s when I was still collecting, probably. But yeah, it's not an actual continuity of the main line of things that would have led up to things like the movie you're talking about or the fucking Gauntlet shit or any of that. None of that main line stuff would have coincided or intersected with the what if universe stories. I think they even did some what if cartoons maybe on Disney Plus for a little while there when they first bought Marvel and wanted to show off they could do anything because there's fucking Disney. They did some what ifs, and I believe in one of those maybe. Well, no, I don't know if they did that, but I know they did the like zombie version of everybody, and they did they did all the what if stories. Those are not main lines. So yeah, if that's what they're doing, is making the whole Doom was Tony Stark thing happen, then I'm not even going to sit and watch that. Most likely I'll have to say pass. But that's just me. I like the stories to be what they were.
Yeah, well, the reasoning that they're giving, and people like super comic book nerds are saying that it's actually in the comic books, like with the alternate universe kind of a thing, like Earth 852 or something like that. And they're saying that, yeah, in that particular universe where in Tony Stark, he takes the all the Infinity Gems, or whatever they're fucking called, and then he sacrifices himself, but in reality, he didn't really do that. He just harmed himself severely, and then he comes back absolutely pissed off with a bunch of the Avengers because they let him do it or some shit like that. And then he becomes Dr. Doom, which is Victor Von Doom, and he doesn't remember himself as being Tony.
That doesn't actually make sense at all. That's not even what I remember the storyline being. I remember being something about like he was going psycho with the whole drinking and
yeah, I don't know
went
the
bad.
entire
Kind of like Superman 3 when he went bad. That's kind of what it was. It was still Tony Stark, but he made an armor that was kind of similar to Dr. Doom's armor and started being a dick. I mean, if they're really going to make it that he is Victor Von Doom, then I'm done. I'm over it. But I was already over it back when the second or third movie came out. And I was just like, oh, come on, guys. Can we not keep the story going? I should. Anyway, I'll stop being a nerd.
What if Victor Von Doom was actually Jeffrey Epstein, though? Would that be interesting?
What? Where the files?
Victor Von Epstein.
Victor Von Epstein.
I don't know. I'm falling asleep as my eyes are closed at the moment, and I'm probably just gonna head out, listen on YouTube or something like that.
Gonna make like a baby?
Yeah. Or how do they say it? And make like a tree and leave. Yeah.
Gonna be off like a prom dress?
Yeah. That's I got laid on prom night. That was nice.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's from Back to the Future, right?
Yeah. It's one of those I ain't seen in a minute, which has flat Earth references in it.
Oh, and 9/11. Oh, there's a. I think they were saying they're going to make another one. Back to the Future. God, 1985. Holy crap.
That's where they go.
One.
On the next one they release, they're going to go back to 1985. and try to stop the entire series from ever being made. If they're successful, there will never, ever be a Back to the Future franchise.
That's a deal. No, I got it.
Or could they just maybe make it the first one that was good and stop there?
Well, it worked really well with the On to the Past franchise, so they figured they'd try it again with the Back to the Future. Most people don't remember the On to the Past franchise, but that's because it worked.
Well, yeah, they couldn't have Michael J. Fox in it because he has Parkinson's now, and he retired from acting. Oh yeah, according to the internet, the directors of it, they're saying that there's absolutely no way that they're going to do it.
Couldn't he just be making martinis all the time?
Oh, that's whoa. Damn, Josh.
Or you remember the scene when they're driving down the train tracks from the second one? Or was that the third? I don't remember. But anyway, can't they just replay another scene where they just drive down lots of train tracks?
Oh, he actually got a job at Home Depot in the paint section for the paint
Right.
shaker.
Exactly. He wants to hold on to the can when he puts it on the shaker every time. Let me just turn the paint shaker on and then I'll put the can in.
Oh, that's fucked up because my Uncle Billy, he contracted Parkinson's, but I wouldn't say contracted it, but he had to have, I think they found a cure for it, but it requires brain surgery. And I think...
No, they're actually finding that Parkinson's and all this crap has to do with your gut biome. Well, I saw an article. I ain't going to say this. They're curing people, but they supposedly cured Parkinson's or dementia, stuff like that, by messing with mouse's gut. They say that's where it actually all takes place, in your gut. I don't know.
Maybe, but my uncle, he worked at Lockheed Martin in the engineering. He was a senior engineer there, and I asked him like, "Hey, so what happened? Like, is there a cause of what that was?" He said, "Well, I was a really heavy smoker for a long time." And he said he was around all these different caustic chemicals and metals and stuff. And he said that's what the doctors are basically saying it was. But he just had to have fucking brain surgery. And the last time I heard, he says, yeah, it's pretty much gone.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super awesome because if you were to look at a picture of me when I was 6 years old and him at 6 years old, you couldn't even tell the difference. We were like identical twins. But it's my uncle on my mom's side of the family.
That's how me and my grandpa are. I'm like his spitting image.
Yeah,
On the road again.
I hear those fecal transplants are pretty powerful things.
A what?
Yeah, I've been seeing that. I
Well,
saw an article today.
Andrew, has anybody ever told you to go eat shit? It's just a more polite way. This is just why don't you transplant my feces?
Well, I've got a pretty good gallbladder, so I don't really need to worry about that.
No, actually, it's really good for the gut biome, I hear. Just sort of that introduction of a foreign biome into your own. I think probably just because of the
Now,
habits.
Are people eating it, or are they having it stuck up their butt?
I don't think they're like eating it. And it's not like we're going to take a dookie and pop it in the freezer so we can make thin slices of it to give it to people. It's like, I'm sure it's reduced and not quite what you would think it is to be. At the end of the day, it is what it is, and it's a fecal transplant, but it's not literally like a spoonful of somebody else's shit. It's a bit more medicinal and pharmaceutical than that. I would imagine. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just really, really hope it's not just a spoonful. Somebody else's shit.
I'll just fast.
Well,
I
isn't
don't
that
need other people's
motherfucking
shit.
interesting?
I'd go slow the first couple times.
What do you mean go through it like it's an acquired taste or something? No. I know people say, oh yeah, beer, it's an acquired taste. Or kimchi, it's an acquired taste. I don't even like kimchi, it's fucking gross.
All right, so not to fucking change the subject, but real quick, something you just said, Zach, made me go, huh. So I did a little bit of Google smooching. And what I found out that in the late 19th century was when we started using the term or the phrase spitting image. It came from of the spit and image of, being the idea of a person apparently being formed from the spit of another. So similar is their so great is their similarity. Being formed from the spit of another.
Interesting.
And I've done spit tests for things that are going on in my body back when I was doing some naturopathic work. And I know that they send out little kits for you to spit into from the little genetic tracing people that, go bankrupt and sell your genetic information out. So interesting that's where the...
And you said spit and image, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought it was like spitting image.
Well, that's of course the, idiom that formed from the, usage and air, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
As it changed across.
Because we're a bunch of lazy Americans with...
Exactly.
Most of us. Most everybody else in America has a lazy tongue.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm looking at you, Clown Factory.
Man,
Because when you said it, that's exactly what went through my mind. I'm sorry. I just back to it for a second. That's exactly what went through my mind when you said it, was the cloning idea. So anyway, go ahead.
It's been fun. Thanks for having me on. I gotta go to bed. I'll listen on YouTube for a little bit, but aside from that, cheers. Have a wonderful
day. Andrew B.
You rest well.
All right, brother. Be careful. Rest well, sleep good, have good dreams, all of them things.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. So I'm playing catch up in chat. Me too, Don, trying to catch up. And I'm not sure what's going on exactly with you and your stomach indigestions and whatnot. I will say that for me, a lifesaver in my issues, which were medical, in that me having to take the current medication I'm taking for my myasthenia gravis, it causes severe gastrointestinal terror, just horrible things. And I tried, everything that you could think of. And what finally got it all to kind of settle down is a gel cap that contains both oregano oil and peppermint oil. I'm sorry. Yeah, oregano oil and peppermint oil in the same capsule. I was taking them separately. Oregano is a capsule.
Like an Italian candy
peppermint
cane.
Oil. It's really like shock. I used to think the same thing when it was offered to me. Oh, this will help your indigestion. Like, why would I want to put something I'm going to burp for the next 5 hours in my stomach right now? Because that's all I can think of with oregano is how it tastes after I eat Italian food. But no, it doesn't do that when it's in there working on the acids and the everything else. It's almost like a miracle. It truly is. Almost as though using natural things to calm your naturist ideas down would be a good thing. But yeah, just that's what I use. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one here on Iron Real Media, but I definitely take personally myself and have experienced great relief from peppermint oil and oregano oil. You can get them separately. You can put them in one capsule. In the one capsule form, they work better for me than taking them separately, just because I already have to take a bit of stuff with my vitamins and supplements I take already. So taking less would be optimal just for swallowing issues that I have. So anyway, yeah, give that a shot. It might help. I can't verify that it will. Not being a doctor, but I can tell you it helped me.
And I do think there's a lot to be said for even a small fast. Like if you can skip dinner and then maybe like breakfast the next day, if you can go from lunch to lunch, I think you'd be really good and at improving some gut health. And any more than beyond that you can do, the better. Drink lots of water.
Mm-hmm. And an apple. Eat an apple every day. Don't care if you don't like it. Just shut up and eat it. It will help your gut health. Now, if you have certain issues, apples do have a lot of fiber. Certain gut issues require that you don't get a whole lot of fiber. So make sure you know what's going on in your gut, or at least have some sort of an idea. Because, you know, healing yourself the wrong way can make it worse. If that makes sense. Yeah, apples are great. They do so much for the bacteria in your gut. Yeah, good stuff.
Almost like keeping the doctor away on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you are accurate with your throw.
When the doctor told me, he's like, I know it's an old wives' tale. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. He's like, but as far as gut health goes, it's true. You eat an apple every day, you'll never come back in here with gut issues.
And he'll eventually get tired of having apples thrown at him, and he'll just stay away.
Where do I share?
And you don't have to eat just a straight apple. You can put some cinnamon on there, some peanut butter, some caramel dip. There's all kinds of stuff, ways to dolly up an apple. The only ones I really don't like are the Granny Smith. I have trouble eating those. A little too sour for me. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. I really like Gala. I like the Pink Ladies. Golden Delicious.
I'm not a fan of the Jonathans. I like a crisp apple. I prefer a little tartness over too sweet. I don't like my apples too soft and mealy, too overripe and oversweetened.
Not a fan of the Washington apples.
Mm-mm.
They're a little too sweet for me too. The apples are good. And it's so easy to make like apple butter or apple sauce naturally. So you don't have to buy it from the store with all the bull crap in it.
I've seen what it takes to make apple butter. I wouldn't call that shit easy.
I don't know if I'd call that so easy, right?
Well, it just takes time.
It's doable.
Just boiling.
Yeah.
Time and
It's a lot of boiling.
energy and constant, never-ending attention during that time, of which there's much.
About 3 hours, depending on how much you're making.
Depending on how much you're making, yeah. We have a whole, here in Missouri, we have a whole, like, apple butter making, there's, like, festivals, and, like, when it's done as a community oftentimes, and the stirring is often done by a big horse-driven, like, mule-driven thing. While it's a big fire and a big tub, and you make hundreds of jars of apple butter at a time. It's crazy. I've seen some crazy shit, some apple butter stuff going on here in Missouri.
Don't give me this shit. Dude, I was supposed to show up at 6:32, and now it's saying 6:44. Some accident or something. These people need to learn how to drive, I swear. This is almost every morning on 85. Some idiot zipping in and out of cars.
Uh-huh.
ends up getting into a wreck. It's like, just leave early so you have time.
Well, crap. Okay. I believe it was Sherry in chat, maybe not, but someone asked me, oh, you can get the peppermint oil and oregano in one capsule. I've done everything I can, including trying to shorten the URL for it. And can I get something that I can share as a link to get to it directly? But if you go to Amazon and look up what I'm about to put in chat, this is the one that I get. I actually have a subscription to it so that it costs me a few dollars less as I get it monthly now because I live on it. That's the company's name, Natural Factor, and that is what it's called. Peppermint and Oregano Oil Complex. Comes in a gel cap. Good stuff. It works for me. They're not paying me, and they're not sending me any free, although they could if they wanted to. Yeah, David, I promise. It's not if you burp oregano from that, you've got some problems. Because if you burp anything afterward, it's pure peppermint that you would get a burp of, which isn't unpleasant in any way. It definitely is not going to do what, because again, when I would be offered it by the in-laws, that's who always would, like every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, indigestion, too much sweets, too many cake, whatever. Here, take some peppermint oil and oregano. Thanks for the oregano. I'll take the peppermint oil. I know that works. I'm telling you, if you put the oregano with it, it's going to make it so much better. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to burp oregano all night. You don't. You never do. I don't know, Don. Eating oregano might not be the same as the oil in a capsule.
You probably have to eat a lot of oregano to get the same effect.
Yeah, I'm sure it's quite. Yep, that's the one, Sherry. That's the one. 60 of them. You gave me the correct key answer back, so you got the right one. Yes.
And yes, Allison, that is correct. Festival of the Little Hills was one of the places I've seen that done. The making of apple butter.
Nice.
And are you out here
Pear
yet?
butter's the worst.
Can we come say hi?
Who?
Allison was supposed to be out this way.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
She said she was coming back to St. Charles.
The first one.
I just hope I haven't missed her, or she has at least made it.
Yeah, she was here for a long time, and I never could make it to meet up and hang out like I wanted to. So my apologies for sure.
You ever tried pear butter?
I have tried pear butter.
Good,
it's so good, but it takes like 8 hours instead of 3 hours. Because there's so much more water in pears. That's what you're pretty much doing. You put some sugar in there. You put some pears in there. Maybe some cloves or something like that. Some cinnamon if you want to add a little spice to it. Maybe a little nutmeg.
Get off the keyboard, baby. Come on, sweetie, please.
And you're pretty much just boiling out all the water. So all you have left is sugar and pear, with all the water like sucked out of the pears. Yeah, that's the thing with making preserves and jams and stuff like that. The easiest stuff is the stuff that doesn't have a lot of water in it. That'll go quicker. Now, a lot of that depends on the soil. Because I've had strawberries that were super dry that I just picked. Then I've had strawberries where I like bit into it and water like dripped out of the center. Like it was full of water. Okay, we're moving again.
All right, give me a minute. I'm going to put her out of the room, shut the door. I don't know what else to do. I can't even keep my computer on a page or do anything without her messing something up. She's already got me F12 and 53 and F6 and everything else here. She's going to wind up turning on carrot browsing, and I'm going to be in a bind. Give me a minute. Come on.
It's going to be an easy day again today.
Well, that'd be
Going
good.
to the same spot. I love working with this new foreman. He's older, and they tend to give him jobs that are like back in subdivisions, not so much on main roads and highways and stuff like that. Like yesterday, we had maybe 10 cars go by all day. We were out there from like 8 to 4:15, something like that, 4 o'clock. Really nice neighborhood. People come out and talk to you and say hi and what's going on, how's it going. Some neighborhoods aren't so nice. They just say, what are you doing here? Why you guys got to do this here right now? And then complain when their power goes out when the weather's bad. But doesn't want us to come and change all the stuff and make it so that doesn't happen. Yeah, some people appreciate what we do, and some people just find us as a burden.
I think two things can be true at once.
Yeah, because we are definitely a burden. You know, we're stopping you when normally we stop right here. I get it. But at the same time, if you want that little switch on the wall to work, it requires us to be out here.
And someone who's slightly on the spectrum, maybe a little too ADHD for his own good as a grown-ass adult. When you've got a system and a routine and a route, when you get from point A to point B, and you know exactly how to do it, exactly how long it's going to take, and you can sort of expect the basic sort of traffic patterns. You know the speed limits where you can speed, where you got to watch your speed, where cars are going to be coming from, because you know where all those streets are, because it's your route. You've decided it. You've chosen it. That's yours. And then one day, some guy comes along and just decides to put a big old monkey wrench right in all of it. I can appreciate being a little upset every now and again as someone who is on the spectrum just a touch. You don't like that sort of change. Unexpected, undesirable change that's going to actually affect multiple parts of your day. Possibly.
That's why I'm all ma'ams and sirs when I'm out here. Doesn't matter how old they are.
Do you mix them up? Change them around every once in a while just to keep things interesting?
Get to meet dogs. And all the dogs got to come up and smell me because, you know, Hank and Jade and all the other dogs I have all over my clothes and everything.
Oh, Sherry, I'm going to start doing that too. Just to show my appreciation. I'm going to start blowing kisses at everybody helping to fix the road and yell out, thank you, as I drive by. I'm going to start being all about blowing kisses.
Now, during storm work, I got a lot of thank yous and like zero scowls or anything like that.
Right.
Like they knew why we were out there. Yeah, so many people driving by roll their window down. Thank you so much for being here doing this. Feels good.
And I tried that too, Allison. I used to drive around topless, but nobody really gave a shit. Turns out in Jefferson County, I think even the gas station owners just cross out the no on the no shirt. Like they don't give a fuck. You know how many people are barefoot and shirtless in this redneck county?
Come on in, set a spell.
Like there's just way too many people here to be this fucking backwards. Not even backwards per se, just You know, I guess it's like once you get crowned the crystal methamphetamine capital of the United States, you just sort of carry it. And it sticks with you. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And this county has just never been the same. I don't even think they've held that crown for a few years at least. But we reigned supreme once upon a time.
Yeah, I know Indiana was up there. I don't know if we were ever held the number one. But I know it wasn't so much in the big cities. I'm sure there were people, but it was mostly out in the country.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the people are making the stuff.
Well, because the fumes. You can't really hide it in the city.
That's what I was going to say. When I was in Oregon, like every time I was in Oregon, they would we would go, explore, take off with the family, Paul, and he had a Jeep, and we would go off into the mountains and ride around and find little trails that the Jeep would barely go down and stuff like that. And every trip we would get to like this area where it would suddenly smell like, I don't even know how to explain it. Somebody spilled bleach and then set it on fire and then maybe added some
ammonia
caustic to it. And there's some ammonia in there. Right. There's some ammonia floating out of it.
Maybe some vinegar.
Yeah,
and that's what they would all say there in the car because they're from Oregon. They would all go, "Yep, there's a meth factory somewhere in these parts." And I'd be like, "Really? Well, number one, how do you know that's what that is? That smell?" No, I'm kidding. That those people barely even know what cannabis is. But anyway, I mean, every time we'd hit it in the mountains, and that's what I figured too, is that's the best place to hide it when it smells like that, because Lord, you could smell it through the window. I mean, windows up, air conditioning, and still like, "Ooh, shit, what's that smell?" So yeah.
And I think it's just good consideration, just being neighborly.
Well, yeah.
If you're going to blow up a building, you want it to be just your building. You don't need to take 45 other people with you. You just got to get out there in the rural sections by yourself and all your tanks of anhydrous ammonia.
Yeah, I heard cops telling stories up there in Indiana about finding fingers next to the anhydrous tanks. People trying to get the anhydrous out there and just
freeze up and break off.
Just break off. Yeah. They just take off running.
Well, what the fuck else would you do? Like pure shock. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And I've had it one time where, and they get in big trouble for this, but he was anhydrous in the field and left the sprayers on and then got on the highway. Dude, you want to talk about creating a wreck? Try breathing through anhydrous that's been sprayed as you're driving. Even windows up and everything. You're still getting that. It's horrible. I stopped my truck. It just stopped it. I don't even know what that does. There are people up there in Indiana that would just take Raid for wasp killer, wasp poison or whatever, Raid for wasps. Spray it onto
the screen.
Yeah, metal screen. It's got to be metal. And let it foam up on there and then connect a battery to it with jumper cables and cook it. And they would scrape that shit off there and go sell it to their buddies. And they'd come back for more.
Yeah, that's an old prison trick. Because you can get the electricity with an outlet and some paper clips and shit. If you can get somebody to send you a book or a magazine or something with some of that wasp killer sprayed in it, you can make a fortune in prison. My ex-father-in-law was a real fecal transplant.
Fecal transplant.
Or at least a small segment.
piece of one.
That's right. Oh. Craig, we got about 25 minutes left.
Yeah, we just set this, write it out, right? I mean,
might as well just
we
make
got-
sure we haven't spoke too much.
Get that 40, right? Get that 40 balance.
We don't want to throw off the ratios. I will say I was sitting here alone in my studio completely embarrassed. Like, that's not right. And it was probably more like, you know what, now that I say that, no. This is what happens when I don't think out loud. Or only partially think out loud. You only get one-sided conversations. I'm pretty sure it was about 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to stand by it. I think that's right. And we love you, Allie. We love all you fine folks there in chat. It is much appreciated. All you fine folks coming to listen after the fact. It is always much appreciated.
Very, very.
And the comments too. It's always great to know, just to, leave a little heart or something to let us know that you were there listening after the fact is always appreciated. I may not respond at all times, but I do try to give it a heart and give it a thumbs up and let you know I at least saw it. And then I do try to respond on rare occasions. On rare occasions, I do occasionally get out there. Maybe that's one of these things we'll start doing. I've always thought about that as a two birds, one stoned kind of thing, is making a segment here on the IRONWORX where we go back to the previous show and go through and just respond to comments. And hopefully that would then encourage people to make more comments, knowing that they're going to be responded to and responded to live on the air.
At Belinda Mary 222, putting a big old heart 3 days ago there on the January 30th. Thank you so much.
Good luck finding a show of recent that doesn't have a heart for Belinda in it.
What's up, Capri 6825? Thank you for that as well. I've now thumbed both those up for you. I can't heart it until I switch over to Josh mode, but I see he's already done it, so you can't double heart it. But if I could, I'd double heart both y'all. Wow.
We can't double heart it. Just know that it's extra.
Right. You're right. There's Belinda again back on the 2nd of January. You rock, Belinda. I thought I went further back. I must have hit the one next to that one. Let's see. Go back to live. I'm in I see what's happening.
Here to help us all. I had been a good nickname for my ex-wife. The old hell puss.
Easy day today. Yeah, this new foreman's starting to like me a lot.
Wink, wink, say no more.
Just about giving us hours. At first, he was all, if we got off at 3:15, he'd give you to 3:30, stuff like that. And now it's always 5:30. He finally told me if I don't say anything, it's 5:30. So he just doesn't say anything anymore, and I put 5:30.
Okay, boss.
Yep. Last week he put down 10. He says he likes to do 5 1/4 and 4 3/4 on his hour sheets for his time when we do 2 different jobs. He's like, you'll see this a lot when we do 2 jobs. First one's always going to be 5 1/4. Second one will always be 4 3/4. And 10's good. I mean, as long as I get 10, I don't need the half. But if we're only working 4 days a week, I want to get my 40 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
I could live off 30, like scraping it, ramen noodle style. But I don't want to do that.
Nope, that's a lot of nitrates in your diet.
What the?
What the?
Somehow my thing got put on calm screen and I couldn't see the speedometer. I was like, what? What is calm screen? There's just nothing there.
Just relax. We got you. We got you, brother.
Yeah. So that doesn't make me calm.
Oh, I was going to say, that's the
me-
opposite of calm, right? That's exactly what I was.
Here, you have no idea how fast you're going. Relax.
Calm mode puts a blindfold on you.
There's playing
Well,
Yanni.
that blink blinders on a horse, I guess. So I have to throw this out there real quick before we get out of here. I don't know. I've tried to go back and get a sense of it, and I may not have enough chat because I messed up, hit something, and went to another page from this page, had to come back to the show on YouTube. So you lose a lot of the back chat when that happens. But I see Schlumminger mentioning things about robots and how they made secret read-only files and how they create situations to get humans to do stuff for them, and then telling us to be very careful installing such a bot that you need to know stuff about terminals. And I'm like, what in the hell is Schlom doing? So if you wouldn't mind either linking me something on your channel that I can understand what you're talking about, perhaps, or just pop it in chat, or hell, we have what? Well, that's right. We're on our silent end of the show right now, so maybe not now, but at some point you're definitely welcome to hop in here and let us know what kind of robot playing you're doing right now. I'm really intrigued.
It's so crazy. Just yesterday, I was catching up with old Greg Carlwood in the higher side chats because his most recent guest, or at least his most recent show, and the person he had on was old Harold Klausvella doing a Black Goo update and trying to just catch everybody up with what he's been doing since he was last on a decade ago. And it's really sort of the, not even the metamorphosis of what he's been studying, but more of the transformation of his understanding of what it is he's studying and how that sort of looks and externalizes in what he does and how he thinks about the Black Goo and sort of how he thought about it 10 years ago and then how he thinks about it now, and the differences are really interesting. So I was checking out the free version. I probably have to go back over to the website since I do subscribe and check out the 2-hour show. Because it was really interesting. And it was still this idea of this sentience that every planet, the planetary sentience, and how it exists and is represented by this Black Goo and all kinds of, it was just really interesting. And again, how it uses humans to do its bidding, I think is where I was going with that in relation to the bots. Getting what? I would say take your lunch, especially if you're having belly issues, because then you can have a little better control and understanding of what it's going in there. What does what? If something helps your stomach, you may not realize it. If something hurts your stomach, you may not realize it. You just have a better idea of controlling all the variables when trying to figure out what it is that's fucking with your belly. So I would say keep it simple and keep it from home. But you'll have to understand that nobody here is an attorney or a doctor or really a professional of any kind, nor do we behave professionally.
I will say we don't even really come across as podcast hosts.
Yep. We are none of these things. Pressing go live. A podcast host does not make.
Yeah, David, I'm right there with you. I've tepidly stuck my toe in the AI thing over the last few months just because they gave me one for free. You know how they do that. First one's free kind of thing. And
like crap.
It's right. Exactly. And I'll say this, even though there is a mode that it started out on with the voice and you could choose if it was a British lady or a Nigerian dude or whatever. You really couldn't do the Nigerian dude. I'm being facetious. But you could choose the accent or the sex of the bot talking to you. And I did that for 2 attempts, like 2 little queries where I typed in a question and it started talking to me. And I'm like, oh, fuck no, I'm not listening to this thing talk to me for damn sure. And then I'm seeing other people discussing and having quite lengthy conversations and uncovering all kind of esoteric truths by having conversations with their little AI bot. And I still can't bring myself to have a conversation with it. In fact, when I'm like sitting here doing things with one hand, hello, anyway, when I'm sitting here and I'm doing things and I've only got one hand free trying to figure out, oh shit, is this the right measurement of a recipe or whatever, and I grab the phone and hit that little button and ask the question verbally for it then to answer back with text, I still feel stupid talking to my phone like that. Like I never did the whole Siri or hey Google, oh shit, they'll probably talk to me now. I never did any of that with my phone, so I'm sure not going to start doing it with the fucking bot overlords. But I have had to do it in certain situations, making candy and going, oh shit, what's that temperature again? Or where do I stop it for caramel or whatever? So, yeah, that's how they get you. Convenience is how they get you. Convenience and emotional attachment is how they're going to get them.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do
that. Right. I can't do that.
Can't do that right now, Dave. Oh, got a young boy with a nose ring. Let's
Is
see
it
how
a
this
bull
goes.
ring or a booger ring?
It's a bull ring.
Okay. I used to know this girl in college. She was so beautiful and so like just a great person, great personality. Except every time I look at her, I'd go, hey, you got some? Oh, never mind. Because it wasn't a booger sticking out of her nose. It was a fucking nose ring.
I'd still tell her she's got a booger about every 3rd or 4th time I saw her.
Oh, I bugged her about it. I fucked with her.
Loud.
She was cool. We'd party and smoke together, and I'd laugh about her fucking nose ring.
I point. Oh, look, you got a booger. And just make her explain it every time. Hey, you got a bat in your belfry. Better get that out of there. Oh, no, that's there on purpose? Oh, that's super attractive.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit, Shlom. I'm using Perplexity. Is that the one you're fucking with? Because, dude, don't tell me it's about to take over right now. What's up, Daz? I just saw you, brother. I didn't mean to ignore you if you've been in there for a minute. There you go. Good God. Perplexity skill. Give me a search. Yeah, I hope that's not the one you're having trouble with or whatever.
Me too, Ian.
Yeah,
Something is
actually,
causing.
that helps with elation. Ooh, never mind.
I was just telling Ian that there was something in my body that's causing that sort of mucus reaction too. Something is irritating and causing inflammation, probably there by generating the mucus. I just can't. Well, it's probably milk. Let's be honest. I drink a lot of milk.
I was gonna say, if you're a dairy consumer, that's pretty much hitting it on the head. Now that being said, I cut out milk years ago as that was my refreshment. I would grab a glass of milk, put it in some like a freezer cup, and have it all ice. Oh, dude, that was my go-to refreshment, enjoyment. And chocolate milk, holy shit, where you at, Sherry? Shout out on chocolate milk. But I learned with the mucus and the gut and the just terrible things it does to your body, then I needed to cut that out. Now, fast forward, maybe what? I don't know. We've been doing this 10 years. So at least 10 years ago, having never, ever enjoyed coffee in any way at all, suddenly starting to drink coffee, frozen coffee and, cold coffee and all that with half and half, trying to avoid, because at first I was like, well, I got to not use anything milk related because I haven't been drinking it. I'm sure they're not going to use it here. So I was trying.
Sorry,
go
Walter.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I love you guys. I got to go.
All right. Love you too, Zach. Have a great
Absolutely,
day.
man. You have a great day, man. Stay warm. Stay safe.
Yep, you too.
All right. We'll see you on Friday.
Later. All right. Bye.
Yep. Sure. But yeah, Jax, I tried all the fake milks, all the different little nuts. I don't know how they get the stool under those fuckers, but they got to have a little bucket, I guess. Anyway, I didn't get it. I tried all the little nut milks and various milks, and it was just gross. Couldn't do it at all. So I started using half and half. So that is pretty much, I'll do some cheese on a sandwich every now and again, or grab a pizza with some cheese, but not drinking the milk really helped 1,000%. Look at that math with the whole phlegm and mucus.
But we are at the 8-minute warning as I continue to add silence to the silence ticker. I'm telling you, one of these days we're going to have about 3 minutes worth of show, and that'll be it. We'll be able to turn every single one of our complete and entire shows into a short.
Oh, wait, I just saw Sherry saying no bananas. Okay, so when did bananas become the bad guy? When did that happen?
When dudes started licking them before they took their first bite.
Well, okay, well, before that, when did it happen? Because I live on banana. That's my go-to. If I don't eat bananas, then I get all kind of muscle things from all the exercising. And of course, that's part of my medication reaction. I know that, but still the potassium in my body, I need to keep it at levels more than normal. So I use bananas in my smoothies every time I make one, which is every day. And I'll usually grab a banana at some point during the day when I need a little something to eat that I don't want to grab, crap or taking medicine or whatever. I'll just grab a banana. So, but now I keep seeing things go by well, guess what? That banana you're putting in your smoothie, it's keeping you from absorbing 85% of all the other nutrients you're getting from those other things you're putting in your smoothie. It's well, what the fuck? Why is banana the bad guy? And now you're saying, I guess that it is an issue with mucus or whatever the reference we're talking about.
I wonder if ripeness plays a role into the amount of mucus.
I wonder. Kind of stay away from yellow foods if you're ADHD kind of thing. Stay away from the white foods if you want to stay away from mucus. Huh.
Did you say stay away from yellow foods if you're ADHD?
Yeah, you never knew that?
I never heard that before in my life.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Now, that could be incorrect and not true anymore, but when that...
Sounds weird. Especially given as subjective as vision is.
Yeah, hang up.
How about corn? Blue corn is okay, but yellow corn is bad. Okay.
All right, here we go.
So a green banana.
Yellow dye can... there we go. Yellow dye can... Oh, man, be still. Individuals with ADHD symptoms and people who are sensitive to aspirin and NSAIDs are the most vulnerable to negative tatrazine effects. It might be benefit for being extra cautious about any food that might contain yellow dye. Number 5. So yeah, maybe bananas will be okay. And I guess corn would be fine as long as you didn't dye it. But that is something I read about years ago was yellow, and because that's when I was first starting to think that perhaps I was a bit on the spectrum.
I'm a sucker for a juicy fruit. When I'm at work, it helps me focus, I would think. Something about just the chewing, giving my brain something to do, part of my brain to idle on, focus on something while my other brain is working, sitting at my bench, doing whatever it is I need to do. I sort of need to occupy the multiple parts, and chewing gum, I thought, has found to have been one of the things that I can actually do that helps pass the time and occupy my brain and keep it from going absolutely bonkers until I can get to lunchtime and smoke some more weed to calm it down. But I don't chew it in the stick style. I chew it in like the pieces style. It's kind of the candy coated, but I'll be damned if every single one of them ain't yellow. And to mix things up, I like an occasional gumball. And Blow Pop makes like that inside-out gumball. So it's like a gumball with broken up pieces of Blow Pop sucker inside in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really good. But it's got green in there. I wonder if the green's got the yellow dye. I know it's got red ones. It's got red dye. Apparently, the only good dye is methylene blue. Apparently.
Apparently. Great, Allie. Thanks. Apparently, Edgar Casey said no milk with coffee, so actually, I made my batch of cold coffee for the week after about a week of not making it, finally 2 days ago, and I made it, and I got on the show Monday morning, and I took a sip and went, I took another sip and went, by about halfway, I just threw it away, put it in the sink, got rid of it, and told Shell she could have the rest of that instead of drinking the bought one when she wants a cold coffee, because I'm just kind of over coffee. I do that once every, I guess, 6 months or 8 or whatever. I just get to where I don't want that. I don't want the taste. I don't want the sensation. I don't want any of it. So my body's telling me I don't need that, I guess.
Have I mentioned how much I appreciate all you fuckers there in chat?
No doubt.
All y'all fuckers. I really appreciate you.
Dig those fuckers a lot, too. Thank you, guys. Truly. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you for hopping on and debate. Oh, and I'm being told about all the ways I can improve my coffee life. I'm just over it really right now. I'm going to probably stop for a while. It's just extra expenditure, and I would eliminate a lot of that in my life. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Yeah. I don't think I could get away with it. But I am down to just black. Black coffee, about 2.5 cups a day. I'm working on it. At least getting it under a reasonable amount of control. That said, we will see you all right back here on Friday morning for more of the IRONWORX. So until then, be good, be well, do good, Do it well. Remember that we love you. Bye-bye.